I went live a little early because I'm trying to test something. Let me see. I'm trying to test my there we go. Oh, what's the name? All right. Hey there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Cookie B. Of course, I am Cookie B. And it's 4:59. And as you know, I go on a little early just to make sure that you guys get a little situated, get your drink of choice. Let's almost get this conversation started. I'm trying to see my live on my page. So I'm doing a little testing, but come on in here. Come on in here. Hey there. Hey there. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Cookie B. Now, you know, I like to start off with something positive, and I got my cards here. One of them just popped up, so I may just have to use that one. Since this one popped out at us, this card says invoke. Hey there, now. This card says invoke. Ask for a blessing. There is an endless supply of divine support awaiting your requests. Invoke. Ask for a blessing. There is an endless supply of divine support awaiting your requests. As I told you guys, these are grace cards. Grace cards by none other than Cheryl Richardson. Just come on in. It is now 5:00. Hey there. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Cookie B. As you know, I am Cookie B, and I'm just getting ready to get this party started. Now, I just did the positive inspiration for today, which is invoke. And invoke means just, ask for your blessings. There's a whole plethora. The universe has enough to go around. My statement shirt today says, in New York. Hey there. Concrete gum jungle. Look at me. I was about to say the words right. Concrete gum jungle where things are made up. Yes. New York Knicks won their championship. Congratulations to the Knicks. Also, my drink of choice today is, hold on a minute. It says I'm live right here. Give me one moment, y'all. My drink of choice today is, hey, Kelly, Health Aid Kombucha. This is the Pink Lady Apple. I'm drinking this, as you know, it is dry June for me. Now, before I get started on that story, let me finish what I'm supposed to be doing, because as I stated, the Knicks won. Our Knights, Las Vegas Knights lost the Stanley Cup. So we didn't win the Stanley Cup this year. And today in Black history, today on June 16th, 1976, Adam Wade made history by becoming the first African American to host a nationally televised network game show called Musical Chairs. Also, on June 4th, 1975, Frank E. Patterson Jr. was designated as the first Black general of the United States Marine Corps. Also, in June 19th of 1985, Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, with news that the Civil War had ended and the enslaved were free. This event was now known as Juneteenth. So that happened June 19th, 1985. Also, Black celebrity birthdays. As you know, yesterday was Ice Cube's birthday, the rapper known as O'Shea Jackson. Also, Marcus Miller, the acclaimed jazz musician, he had a birthday yesterday. Genuine, Elgin Baylor Lumpkin. You own it, let's do it, ride it, my pony. His birthday was yesterday on the 15th. Eric Benet. Now, if you've been on Facebook lately, you have been watching Eric Benet, and he is hilarious. His birthday was yesterday. Tessa Thompson, she's played in a lot of movies. She played as, I want to say, the wife in Creed. She played in Thor. She played in Ragnarok, as well as Westworld. Carl Thomas. I'm emotional and I can't let go. Carl Thomas' birthday was yesterday. Anquan Baldwin, Baldwin. a former NFL wide receiver who won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. His birthday was also yesterday. And Jay Ajayi, I guess that's how you say it. I don't know, but he's the former NFL running back who won the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. Those were the birthdays for yesterday. Come on in, come on in. Hey, Sebastian. Hey, Blue, you get a whole hour? Oh, you must not be working. Oh, it's summer break. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Godiva. Hey, D-Lo. Today is Tupac Shakur's birthday. He was born in 1971. Revered actor Bill Cobbs, his birthday is today, born in 1934. Ooh-wee. Legendary Motown singer and producer Lamont Dozier was born in 1941. And MC Ren, his birthday was in 1969. So I must say, rest in peace, Tupac Shakur. Bill Cobbs, he played on The Bodyguard and Night of the Museum. He passed away in 2024. Lamont Dozier, the cornerstone, he made Stop in the Name of Love. He passed away in 2022. MC Ren, he's still alive, born in 1969. All right. Hey there, we got that on out the way. We have talked about the birthdays. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. As you know, I got to tell you about my weekend. Hey there, no, I'm not working, not driving. Oh, you're not driving, so you must be going there. Hey, Trina, hey there, my bestie. All right, let me click on this one. Hold on one moment. All right, so I can read y'all comments. Now, let me tell y'all this. How was your weekend? I had, once again, a wonderful weekend. Let's start with Friday. So Friday, I'm going to start posting some of this stuff, but Friday I had on a nice little, boots, shorts, top. I guess orange must have been the color of the day. So I had that outfit on Friday, and a couple of people complimented me, and, I'm grateful and thankful. Don't get me wrong, very, very grateful and thankful. And I say all that to say Friday was wonderful. Had a great night at my favorite hole in the wall, Ali Starr. She's a renowned singer out here in Las Vegas as well as all over the world. I'm in the DR. Oh, you in the Dominican Republic? You know what, Sebastian? Let me stop the sidebar, y'all. I saw where you said I'm having lunch out here, but I didn't know where here was. And I'm looking and I thought you were somewhere at a hotel in Las Vegas. Well, enjoy your time in the DR. I look forward to hearing some stories when you come back. Okay, so let me go back to my weekend. So Friday, wonderful weekend, great weekend. Went dancing on Saturday. Okay. Friday, had a nice little time, celebrated Miss Black Butterfly. She is known out here as a cigar ambassador for Tapanash Lounge. It was her 60th birthday. Saturday, I emceed an 80th birthday party, and I had the pleasure of working with DJ out here, Mr. E. Great time, 80th birthday party. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't have never known she was 80. A friend, the matriarch of her family was 93. I want to say one of her best friends was like 83. We had a good time. We had a great time. So Saturday, that was that. Then Sunday, I had the pleasure of going to brunch with some wonderful ladies, Power and Purpose brunch. And during the brunch, we had excellent conversation. The meal was good. We went to a Black-owned restaurant called Echo Taste and Sound. Food was excellent. I say that also to say, as I'm sitting there at brunch, I ordered a Fields of Dream, which is a lovely drink that includes prickly pear, gin, and all that. Now I told y'all, and evidently I didn't tell my other circle, that I'm on dry June. No alcohol and no beef till June 30th. I didn't realize that I didn't drink it. I had it sitting there. And I just said, now how y'all let me order this drink and I'm supposed to be on dry June? They started laughing because they didn't know. But I let the drink sit there for a good 5 minutes. My food came and I just said, fuck it. So I went on and had the drink. Not one, not two, but three. I just got to tell y'all, that drink was excellent. It had gin in it. It was, and I'm not a gin person. I usually drink dark liquor, but it had gin in it. But I fell off the wagon again, y'all. When I made my post, if you saw it, we fall down, but we get up. Yeah, I got to get back up. I got off the wagon. So, I fell off the wagon. So I got back up. I had me a drink. I'm going to make it to the end of the month. I don't care what y'all say. Now, a lot of you guys, even when I went to my favorite spot yesterday, I didn't drink anything but Pepsi. That's a lie. Because then I went on, since I said it's still Sunday, I already had one drink. I had one of my favorite baristas, Terry, make me one of her Terry special. So she made it with some botanical gin, which is botanical gin. Let me say that. She made it with botanical gin, which was really good. If it's good to you, enjoy it. You know what? I was trying to give my body a break. I was giving my body a break because I was like, oh my gosh, I've been drinking all the month of May, which y'all know, and y'all followed me and supported me through my birthday month. But I'm like, it is June. It is June, and I'm going to go dry for 30 days. It is a damn shame that I can't go dry for 30 days. I really sat there. Now, I must need an emotional support group. I must say that, because they didn't know, and it wasn't their fault. But I sat right there and just ordered the drink. I didn't eat beef. I ate the pork chops. I recommend that at Echo Taste and Sound. I had the pork chops with the eggs and the smashed potatoes. They were excellent. But I went ahead and had a drink, and then went to my favorite spot. I went on and had another drink, and I just said, start over in the morning. So Monday, had nothing to drink. I took my sea moss, starting September, friends, with the dry September. Look, Trina, it is amazing because everybody, even my daughter, said it's Juneteenth. It's Black History Month. It's Black Music Month. Why are you not drinking? I'm thinking that's kind of like the challenge. You know, that's the challenge. Don't drink nothing. But I drank something anyway. Then one of my girlfriends at the lounge, she said, girl, just do it in July. And my TT Pat says, no, you can't do it in July, because guess what? Her birthday is in July. So with her birthday being in July and she having a party, I'm going to want to drink at the party. So then they said, well, just do August. Then here come one of my other friends at the cigar lounge. Miss Johnny said, no, my birthday is in August and we going to party. So you can't do it in August. It ain't meant for me to stop drinking. I just think it ain't meant for me to stop drinking. I don't have to drink. And it's not like I'm an alcoholic. I just was giving my body a rest. Hey, Derek. Derek says, drink dry gin. And Nana says, I keep trying to tell her to do that dry stuff. The holiday's going to be coming up in July. July 4th, I can't do it because I have so many events to go to in the next month. Birthday parties. I've been invited to some birthday parties. Also, I am going to Arizona. I know I'm going to be drinking. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's been a hard June for me. It's been a wonderful month, though. We don't care about America like they don't care about that, like they don't. Wait a minute. We don't care about America like that. You know, you're right. We don't. But I do have other things I want to do in July. So it may require a drink or two, a mimosa or something. So other than that, that was my weekend. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Count your days and add your days over the summer. You're right. I need to do that. All right, you guys. So let's get this conversation started. Now, I have to tell y'all, I had another dream. And my dreams are, I think too, when I have my system clear, I'm able to remember, and my dreams are more clear. So that's another reason why I'm, trying to clear my body out. Hey, Coco. Now, Coco is one of the reasons that I had the third drink on Sunday, because she said, girl, just go head on. That's all right. I know a lot of you guys said, don't, so can you do August? No, I can't. One of my girlfriends at the lounge said she's going to throw a party in August. Can't do August because So, I could do August, but it's just, everybody has something to do. So what it is I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing at this. Hey, Angie, Mark, what you say? Mark says, I'm turning up until I have to turn down. Michael Jackson said, don't stop till you get enough. You know what? I just may have to do it just with food. So if I do it just with food, I may be okay. But I can honestly say, and I said this to one of my girlfriends, I went from 220 to 215 to 211, and I am currently weighing 206 pounds. So whatever I'm doing is working, and I'm glad of that. You know, the little walks and cutting back on sugar. I'm letting off some of the Pepsis. I am trying to do that, but I've been drinking some Pepsis, but not as much. Coco says, don't throw me under the bus, but I do take accountability for the third drink. Yes, Coco, the third drink at Echo and Sound. She said, girl, just might as well get it. You just might as well get it. So I am doing okay when it comes to that. I know that I told you guys about the little Oura ring. You know, if you can, Trina say I'm having a drink right now. I know I told you guys with the Oura ring. I want to shout out to my good friend, Timothy Gore, him and his wife, Malia. They're the ones who made the rum cake for me for my birthday. They advised me of the HRV. Now, HRV is your heart rate variance. That is what was dropping down to 14 and 15 and 20 something when I'm sleeping. So it's not really just my heart rate, but that it's a variance. And I apologize if I was misquoting that or not reading it, but I guess I have to educate myself on this ring because my heart rate variance is still dropping. Derek says, just do sessions. Excuse me, just do sessions. Excuse me, y'all. 7 to 10 dry days here and there. Derek, I may take you up on that. I may just have to do, 1 week dry. Just say, hey, this week, I'm not drinking no alcohol. Next week I'll be back on. You're right, dry. I may have to do that. Excuse me, because I'm still doing my CMOS. My daughter gifted me with some lemon and ginger drinks. They are kind of really too acidic for me, but I'm drinking that. And you say, you better not talk about that rum cake. Oh yeah, you're right. Tim and them told me don't talk about the rum cake. That's an inside joke. But Tim's birthday was oddly enough on Friday. No, Tim's birthday was Friday because I wasn't there Saturday. No, sorry, Tim's birthday was yesterday. Tim celebrated his birthday, so I had a good time there. But I also want to bring up the fact that I was going to have this conversation, but I want to have what I call, and I put this in my chat when I sent you guys the invitation, a pop-up conversation. And when I say pop-up conversation, it's something where you as the audience, you throw a subject out there and we just talk about it, because a lot of the topics that I've been doing, they are great, but we only have an hour. But also I want to do what's most conducive to you, because you are my audience and this is who I do it for. And I love having these conversations. But I want to tell you, as I was shuffling my cards and thinking about topics and looking at it, I came across this topic this question on my game that says the substance. Yeah, substance. And with this game, it just gives you 3 different categories. There's vulnerable, there's mindfuck, and there's intimacy. So I just happened to pull the mindfuck card. And it says, what's one concept that you never understood? What is one concept that you never understood? Now, I'm only talking about this one, and I pulled this card because I told you guys the universe really works in my favor, and I'm happy about that. Compliments. This is a concept that I don't understand, or compliments do not require touch. Compliments do not require touch. Now, I say this to say, this past weekend, you guys, I wore some nice little gladiator looking high heel boots, some shorts and a top. And somebody happened to see me. So when they saw me again Sunday, I had on some denim heels. And he's decided to say, I saw you Friday and I really love those boots you had on. And he reached down to touch. He said, I like the shoes you have on today, but I want to see you with the boots on. Only the boots on. And he touched my leg. Compliments don't require touch. And that's a concept that I never could quite understand. Because sometimes you say, oh my gosh, girl, your hair's so pretty. Don't touch. Compliments don't require touch. I remember my daughter telling me she was at the grocery store. And I think I told you guys this story too. And a woman walked up to my grandson and was saying, oh, he's so cute, but he backed off like, no, no, no. Compliments do not require touch. That is a concept I've never understood. Another concept I've never understood is why lie? Why you got to lie, Craig? Why? I don't understand that. So I'm asking you, my audience, I want you to go ahead and put it in the comments. Yes, Mark. I found it pretty bold, and he was, of the other persuasion. And he said, I would love to see you in the boots, just the boots. I thought that was pretty bold. I couldn't do nothing but and turn my head, but I said, oh no. You won't see me in just no boots. Thank you, Blue. I was taken aback by that. And the boots were, they came up my whole leg, but I just didn't understand that. So my question to you guys today, because I know we've had various subjects, a lot of subjects, but I'm asking today, what is a concept that you never understood? I never understood the concept of lying, and I've never understood the concept of compliments that require touch. Now, compliments don't require touch. And I just never understood that. So in the chat, I want you to go ahead because I want more engagement with you guys. I want you guys to engage more with me because I really enjoy, but I want us to have a conversation. I don't want it to be me just talking. The picture, the brown looking boots. Yes. The brown looking boots. He said, I saw you Friday, but I would like to see you with the boots on. Nothing but the boots. Cause I saw him again on Sunday. And I said, oh, no, you won't do that. You won't see me in that. And I just had to, blush a little bit, but turn my head because while although flattered, I thought that was pretty bold. Coming behind the compliment or comment that was given this weekend by Michelle Obama, and I will not repeat it. But it seems as though, and sometimes we do it to ourselves, Black women under attack. And we do it to ourselves because, rap songs, demeaning women, da-da-da-da-da-da. But sometimes, and some people think it's okay. Some people think, yeah, I'm going to say this, we adults and a lot of us let them get away with it. But in the comments, I want you guys to tell me, let's make this fun too, you guys. What one concept that you could never understand? One concept. And if you're thinking, I'm going to give you a little time to think about it. Because what's one concept that you never understood? I never understood compliments coming with a touch. Oh, you cute, or, never understood that. And I never understood why people had to lie. Have you ever noticed when you kiss have you ever noticed, hold on one moment, let me get this right here. Sebastian says, have you ever noticed when I kiss your cheek, I don't really kiss you? You know what? I thank you for that because I have noticed too, I started breaking out because, sometimes when we hug, and that's our standard greeting at my favorite place, Tap and Ash, we always greet somebody, and the men with their beards or the women with their makeup, we always like, mwah, mwah. And now I've gotten to the point where I just, just hug or I just say mwah, mwah, because I know sometimes when I'm touching faces, I start itching, and I break out. So that is funny, Sebastian. You said no, and Sebastian, I didn't notice, but I do notice because I'm doing the same thing, so it don't bother me. it doesn't bother me at all because I'm going, okay, well, we just, even though COVID was, years ago or whatever, it was in 2020. Even though then we try to get away from touching, or we're consciously, we touch, but when somebody's sweating, you still realize that there are some things still out there. But I have that concept because I never could understand that. So when you're touching, when you're kissing someone, the French just, I think, I've told you guys, I try to get away from that because I was breaking out by touching people's faces, but we will, do that. But I want to ask you guys, I'm asking, and you guys are being quiet. So I want you guys to talk. Let's talk about it. What's one concept that you've never understood? And if it's something that you don't understand, just, I never understood why people take the sauce and put it outside when they showing you the crab legs and they put all that sauce on there. Why they do that and we don't eat the shell? That concept I really don't get. I don't get that concept. Trina says when people say she's cute, she's a cute dark-skinned girl. What are dark-skinned people's ugly? I never understood that concept either, Trina. When people say that, people say, "Oh, she cute. Oh, girl, you so dark and cute." So if I was light, I wouldn't be cute. I understand that. When people say she cute for a dark-skinned girl, now, we grew up on that because even when I was pledging my sorority, that was like a thing where they were saying, oh, this sorority don't do something if you darker than a paper bag. I never understood that. Never understood that at all. Nana says, I don't really get unwanted touch, but because everyone knows I don't really like to be touched. You're right. I've gotten the unwanted touches because people just feel they can reach out and touch somebody's hand, but don't touch mine. Mark says, it completely baffles me when people seek outside approval for their choices or their existence. That's one concept I can understand to a certain extent, because I will say, ask my daughter, hey, how does this look? But sometimes, thank you, Mark, I don't understand that concept because I see women that come out and I'll say, your friend didn't tell you that your boob is hanging out and that's not tied right. I never understood the concept of not asking, is this okay? Especially when you're going out. Now, sometimes you may say, I don't need nobody's approval. And that's okay. But I never understood the concept of coming outside with a short mini skirt on that you have to keep pulling on. And I don't mean to just be talking about us women, but I just never understood that concept. If you have on a skirt and you knew it was too short when you put it on, and all while you out, you constantly pulling on it. I never understood that concept. Why put it on? Never understood it. Now I get it when you walk into something and the dress rises up, but not a too short dress. Men, I've never understood the concept of shaving all your head except the back. I say that because I saw somebody this weekend and all of this was bald except this one row in the back, and he had locks on it. So maybe when you put your hat on, they don't know that you ain't got no other. I don't understand that concept of why don't you just cut all your hair off? The David says, I don't understand grown ass people volunteering lies for no damn reason. Just lying about BS for no reason. 1,000 years old telling bold-faced lies. I don't understand that either. I can tell you that. I don't understand the concept of lying, period, because that's where you don't have any accountability. Nana says he wanted to shag. I don't understand that. I know that we talked about this, and I've heard people talk about this when it comes to, I'll just say LeBron James. He was going bald, and everybody kept saying shave it off. Then there was a rumor that he went overseas and had hair transplants. So you get all those little dots put in your head, and it looks like you got hair. And then I just saw him recently, and he's bald. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I don't understand the concept of having, the Bozo the Clown hairdo. If you have that head, that balding spot coming in there, let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. So I never understood the concept of lying. I never understood the concept of you having to touch me when you compliment me. I never understood the compliments, and some of them can be backhanded. Like my girl Trina just put in there, oh, you cute to be dark skinned. Like dark skinned people ugly. Never understood that. I'm gonna pose another question, but I just didn't understand because I was tying that into my weekend because I didn't understand the concept of touched. I don't understand the concept of lying, and I don't understand the concept. Oh, Kelly, that's another one. I don't understand the concept either of painted hairlines. Now, men have been doing this lately where they put it, and they just spray your hairline on there. I guess I can let them do it, except if it rains. I hope that it don't run on your face. But I guess women do it too. Now I get it if it's a filler. Like if you say, oh, I got my hair done, but it's thinning and you put a filler in. But I am seeing a lot more men with the hairlines and piggybacking off of that, Kelly. I don't understand when men get their hair cut, why do they put that white line, and I get it as an outline, but then you don't wipe it off? I've been seeing pictures where men go get their, you line it. It's white, because I get it, but you don't wipe the white off. I don't understand that. That Godiva said, that Beijing super black ass hairline. That is all right. Yeah, they do it, or maybe it's for contouring. Yeah, if you're doing this for contouring, but don't you wipe the white off? The white part off. Don't put no dye on my scalp, damn it. Yeah. I'll be back. You have to check on your wings. What wings you checking on? You know what? Mark just put that in there too. But let me say this. Also, I never understood the concept, and I see some ladies do it, and it's okay sometimes. But how high of a heel you can wear. You know how high of a heel you can wear. So why are you wearing the heel and your foot wearing over like this? Like you might as well not even put that shoe on. Why are you wearing heels when they wearing over to the side? I don't understand that. Coco says, I don't understand why people get mad at you for their wrong and your reaction. I don't understand the concept of that either. When mine go thin, it's gone. Sometimes you just have to take a loss. Men know nothing about blending the contour. If you're going to put that white line on your face, after I'm done cutting your hair, wipe it off. I've already blended the contour. I must also say that about women. Women, I don't understand, and it's just me, when my daughter just put that on there, it triggers something. The contouring of your nose, face, all that's a lot of makeup. It's a lot of makeup. So when people are doing that, and I've seen a lot of makeup tutorials, this is a concept that I don't understand. So you put on the makeup, then you take and contour your nose and your eyebrows and stuff. Then you put makeup on top of that. Then you pat it in and wipe it off. Then you put more foundation on. And then you do your eyebrows. And then you cover them up again and then put your lashes on. Then you cover those up. That's a lot of layering for a look. That's just me. That is a hell of a lot of layering for a look. Godiva says, I don't understand the concept of grills in your mouth and the teeth are rotten. Capital ass gums and lowercase teeth. No, Mark, that's not TV and movie stuff. Let me tell you, if you go on TikTok, and usually when people are saying, oh, or even when these ladies are it's wedding season. Even when people are getting ready now for wedding season and they say, oh, I went to Sephora or I went to Ulta and they're going to do my makeup. They put on layer after layer after layer. Then they contour. Then they do such and such. That's a lot of makeup. Even I'm telling y'all, when I get married, I'm not putting on all that makeup. That is too much makeup. It can look good. Like sometimes the result afterwards, you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. But I think about the process they went through, the concept of putting on a foundation, then you spray it, then you mist it, then you put the white on, then you cover up the white, then you want the highlights, then I don't understand that concept. I don't. That's just me. That's just me. Caked on orange is not a good look. No, it's not. It's not at all. Hey, Tracy. Godiva says casket ass makeup. That's a catfish because when they take it off, they don't look the same. Correct. So when we're talking about this concept, I've never understood that concept. I never understood the concept of all of that makeup. You know, I get put on a nice foundation. You know, you can contour your nose a little bit, but when I watch these girls, these makeup tutorials, it's a lot of makeup and that's an investment. Now, mind you, we listen and we don't judge. I'm not knocking anybody for doing it. I just don't understand the concept of it. That's a lot of makeup. And then a lot of times it's not the right color. The shades are not right. Or or some people say, oh, I'm blending. Okay, go ahead and blend. You don't look like yourself after putting on a mask of makeup. You don't. You do not. Nana says, I never understood the concept of skinny shaming. Why are you mad? I'm skinny. Nana says she doesn't understand the concept of skinny shaming. Now, I must say, I don't shame anybody, but sometimes I'll be looking at somebody and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's too thin. And maybe that's just how they're made. Maybe that's just how they are. Tracy says, what if you just want to cover up the dark circles? You can, but I don't think you need 6 layers to do that. And if you need 6 layers to do that, and this is just my opinion, if you have dark circles and you put some on there, you're not putting it on and then putting some, then you put some more. I've watched these. I'm gonna post some on my page because I've watched. I mean, layer after layer after layer, and then we're gonna prime it. Then we're gonna do the eyebrows. Then we're gonna prime it again, and then we're gonna put makeup on top of that. It's just layering. I'm like, you just wiped off what you had, but that's just me. That's just me. Lotion is my foundation. Nana says, or that I have no behind or no boobs. Like, sorry, my back doesn't hurt all the time. Nana says, Nana, she downstairs cracking up. Nana, my daughter is just cracking up because I've made those comments before. Cause I'll be like, oh my gosh, she's so thin. But then you top heavy. And we know, it's not your top for real, but you paid for it, so it is yours. But I never understood that. And I always thought that was a white man thing. And it's always, some black men like it too. But Caucasian men usually like real skinny women with big chests. And I don't understand that. I never understood that concept. Let me say that. I never understood that concept. Those are things I've encountered. Oh, you've encountered that? Oh, okay. Men know nothing about blending or the contour. You're right. They don't know. You put that in there already, Nana. But I want to say that there's no, the concept of trying to do the right thing too. Like my dad used to say, Oh, it came up late? Oh, okay. Okay. My dad used to say the concept of weight gain. And I've shared this with you guys before because I think that's why sometimes I'm conscious of my weight. Because I don't have money for a smaller wardrobe. So I try to, maintain the same size. Nothing to be sorry about, kid. Oh, gaining weight is a process. And I've noticed with a lot of people who are now using Ozempic or who are using these weight loss things, BJ Wings, BI Wings, baby, makes you sing, baby. Oh, Lord. Mark eating the wings. We're going to have to put a picture up on Facebook. But gaining weight is a process. And you have to, if you notice that you're gaining weight, nip it in the bud or try to be conscious of it. So it's funny because I never understood the concept of, people watch these shows, 800-Pound Life, blah, blah, blah. There was a process in you getting that big. It didn't just happen overnight. You gradually ate yourself to that point. But there is a point too when you realize, I think I'm gaining a little weight. Or you put on something. Now, I know that's a reason why too I don't like wearing stretch pants because you do get comfortable. They are comfortable. But if you're wearing them constantly, you could lose track of the fact that, hey, I could be putting on a little weight because the pants are stretching. But when you go to put on your favorite jeans, you then realize, oh man, I'm putting on weight. So with the question I was asking on what concept you never understood, I never understood the concept of constantly eating after you realize your size. I'm not body shaming or anything like that, but I know that that's the biggest thing right now where people are using the glucose pills or whatever to lose weight because they have gotten up to that size. Now I get it sometimes, thickness runs in your genes. Okay. But I can honestly say I never understood that concept. Now, Mark says, I'm conscious of my weight and I'm thinking of doing something positive about it. Now that's the difference. I am weight conscious. And when I say I am weight conscious, oh my gosh, who is texting me, put it on vibrate. When I say I'm conscious, that's the difference because I know that I'm being conscious of my health. So when I'm being conscious of my health, I'm like with this little ring I've been wearing, it's measuring my heart rate. I've noticed, when you going through menopause or postmenopausal sweets, cravings, things like that. And I notice, you just notice changes in your body that are happening. And you just say, this is changing. So if you notice that it's changing and it's becoming a negative, then right, you do something positive to help it out. I have my good friend, hey, Tracy Tilley on here. Also, I had to tell her, I appreciate the container you gave me. Love it. She makes her homemade sea moss. She has a cute, nice shape for her 860 also. Beautiful. When I say, oh my gosh, I have some friends that don't look their age. None of my friends really look their age. But I start thinking, what does sea moss do? We are missing so many vitamins and minerals in our food and diet now because they got rid of the FDA. All right. See you Thursday, Sebastian. Have fun in the DR. You want to do something healthy. Now we have, nobody regulating the beef. We have nobody regulating chicken. We have nobody regulating the fruits and vegetables because that man got rid of so many people that should be watching these things. We have so many diseases coming in. So I made it a conscious. We have to, advocate for ourselves. So now when we're doing that, the concept of, not drinking because alcohol has so many sugars. So I'm being conscious of that because I know as the older we get, sometimes our metabolism slows down. The concept of, trying to eat better, saying, if you know better, you do better. So that's what I've been trying to do. But that's one of the concepts that I haven't, understood. Lying, consistently eating when you know that you already, shouldn't be eating. I never understood of people. This is another concept I don't understand also is, why do you have to give an explanation when you say no? You don't give an explanation when you say yes. Now, I know that in the good book it says, let my yes be my yes and let my no be my no. But why is it that when you say no to someone, you have to explain? I don't explain, and I don't expect you to either. And I'm saying this because, yes, Tracy, thanks for being my support system. I surely do. I thank you for being a part of my support system. I say this because also, when I'm selling my cakes, and ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be my cake weekend at Tap and Ash. Whenever I ask people and let them know, hey, I have homemade lemon and butter pound cake for $5. Who know I can't eat that cake because I'm diabetic, but you're drinking alcohol. If you just say, no, I don't want it, I'm okay with that. I'll move on to the next person. Well, that's a question for you because I say no a lot. You follow with why not? Kanai, shut up. Shut it up. So why do you do that? You know what? You my child. You're my child. No. My child is trying. Yes, no. Why you asking me why not? See? I'm preaching to the choir. My child is back here talking about why am I doing that to her? Well, she my child, so I can ask her why not. My son and I started my Spider-Man routine this past weekend. Oh, okay. Word, right. So it's just funny because when you say no, this is just a question, y'all, the concept. You know, I never understood the concept of giving me an explanation as to why you don't want to buy no cake. Just say no. You know, I don't understand when I'm selling that I have to go through a lot of yeses and I have to go through a lot of no's. But more than likely, I get more yeses because it's some good cake. So when people say, oh, no, I can't eat that because my health, I be wanting to say, bitch, I ain't asked you all that. I don't need to know all that. All you have to do is say, no, thank you. You know what I say? Thank you. I move on to the next person. So I just find it funny because I never understood the concept. Never understood the concept of giving an explanation when you say no. Now, I told you guys I'm starting this new series also, What My Mama Said. So, you know, when we used to say no to our mamas, they say, and say why? She said, because I said so. That was enough. So if you said no, if your mama said no, because my mama said no, and you say, mama, why? She said, because I said so. Now, certain things, that concept of, I didn't never question my mama. You know, you just said, okay, because I said so. My daughter just said also, because I would always say, she said, no, I go, why not? Because I just want her to do cognitive thinking. I just always say, you know, well, why? You know, give a good explanation. But, you know, she just trying to check me on that. You don't look like yourself after putting on that mask or makeup. No, you don't. They must be, these comments must be coming up late. Trina says, on my second drink and my third taco. You know what? It is Taco Tuesday. And I'm thinking about two going up to that spot. I'm going up there to get me 2 chili rellenos. I don't think I want no tacos, but I may go up there. We may have to put a Roberto's in Chicago. But I just know that some comments are coming in late. They must be coming in late on my phone because on my tablet, they're not there. So I apologize, guys. I'm going to have to read it from my tablet if you guys see me looking down. But I also have to advise you guys, I got a little update. I wanted to say the best news for last. The best news for last. So those of you that are still watching, y'all remember Calvin? Throw some hearts in the chat if you remember Calvin. Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. Katrina says, oh yeah, girl, yes. Y'all remember Calvin. Y'all remember Calvin. Y'all remember Calvin. Well, guess what? Calvin is engaged to be married. Calvin is engaged to be married. Now, this is not a joke. Calvin is engaged to be married. Now, I met her. She does have this is not a joke. She has the ring on her left finger, and they are getting married next month. Now, he stated to me that Kana says, child, okay. Where is the sea moss again that you speaketh? Godiva, I bought it from my girlfriend. I bought it from my girlfriend. She makes it, but you can buy sea moss in the stores and you can buy it online. Close the front door. Close the front door. Calvin is engaged to be married. I met her this past weekend. She's a lovely lady. Auntie, she's a wonderful lady. No, Godiva says, I know you. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait. Godiva, wait. Calvin was looking for love, and Calvin has found it. Even though he had some ups and downs, some bumps in the road along the way, he hung in there. Then I says, I'm glad y'all reacting like I did. She's a wonderful young lady. Tracy. I wanted Calvin to come on here and tell you guys himself. But Calvin advised me that he's been working a lot of hours, that he hasn't been able to get on the show. But he does go back and listen to it. I had the pleasure of meeting her. Wonderful. She seems to be a very, very wonderful young woman. They are, of course, living together. She has a ring. They're getting married next month, and I am going to be at the wedding. So I promise you that. Nana says, but I'm happy for him. Don't take my reactions as less than, Calvin. I'm happy for you and congratulations. Yes, we are very happy for you because I believe that through all of it, he found the one. Through it all, he found the one. Calvin is a kind gentleman who has been on a roller coaster love journey, but has finally found the one. Yes, he has. I received a text message from him today, and I said, Jay, you've been silent all this long time. Jay been silent all this long time, and now he got something to say. Hold on. Calvin working too hard. Is this someone he already vetted previously? We changing Calvin name to Hot Dick Willie.
Wait, you gotta look at my cripple emoji.
Well, we did think that was the last one. But he really found it this time. Wait, y'all, wait. I'm crying.
You have to tell them
I am crying. Okay. So, wait a minute. Godiva, we're not gonna call him we're not gonna call him Hot Dick Willie. We're not gonna call him that. We respect each other on this platform. We know that Calvin has been through a couple of women since I've been doing this show. But we always encouraged him to keep on dating, to keep on doing, till he finds the right one. Now, to answer your question, Jay, yes. He advised me that this is someone who has come back from his past. and they were together a while ago, like some time ago, and fell apart or whatever, but have found their way back to each other. So in doing that, they're giving love one more try together. It's not the young lady that he had that had the health issues. It's not her. That is hence the reason Kanai has these wheelchair emojis in there. So it's not the one who was on the cane, who had the strokes and all that. It's not her. Godiva says, we are happy, but listen, you giving us all my children and Young and the Restless, man. He was. But you know what? Through it all, Calvin was honest. Calvin never swayed from who he was at 65 years old. He has found the one. He proposed. I asked, and not that I was doubting, I said, you sure? And the way they look at each other, the endearing, the endearing gazes when I was sitting there with them was amazing to me. I can tell that there was something, a more of a deeper connection than anybody I've seen him with, especially the one that was before him who had, a couple of issues. And, I hope she gets her mental health together. But this was different, you guys, I must say. And I wish him the best. I hope I'm not wrong about anything because he deserves it. He deserves it. But even watching them interact was heartfelt. And it felt real to me. It felt real. But remember, I'm on the outside looking in. I could be wrong. I don't know. But Calvin is getting married next month. So I'm very, very excited. I'm turning on babyface whipping people. It don't matter. Whatever you want is all right with me. Because you got that whip appeal, baby. It's better than love, as sweet as can be. So, Calvin, my audience, I know probably when you watch this later, congratulations. We look forward to hearing your story. She cannot wait to come on my show. She was like, Miss Cookie, I cannot wait. You like his, big little sister. I cannot wait so they can tell their story. Jay says, oh, yes, good luck. That's all we do is wish him the best of luck in this because marriage, that's a big step, and that's more or less forever. Calvin has been married before. I don't know if this young lady has been married before, but I wish him the best. I wish them the very, very best. All jokes aside, right? I wish him the best. Wish him the best. We want to be positive, and it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. So, you guys, I know that it's coming up on that time. It is 5:50. What time is it? 5:56. And I know it's coming up on that time where, it's time to sign off. But I'm going to get him on the show. Hey, Tammy, I didn't know you was on here too. Yes, congratulations to Calvin. I'm going to take your advice, Derek. I may do 7 days no liquor or 14 days no liquor because I fell off the wagon with Coco again. So I got to stop. I'm trying to get better at it, but I am down to 206. So I'm very happy about that. We are going to have another interesting conversation on Thursday. I want you to tell your friends, follow my page on Facebook, as well as Instagram and TikTok. And I can say that on TikTok, I've been getting a lot of plays with the trending, because I do the 3-minute reels, and I'm going to start posting these on this page also, where the reels are shorter. You don't have to watch the whole thing, and get this, get my platform up and going. So I hope you guys, like I said, tell a friend. All they have to do is follow me. I look forward to talking to you guys on Thursday, where we will have another interesting and exciting conversation. So, was it love at first sight? How do you know that's the one? These are some questions I want to know, and maybe something we could talk about on Thursday. Should I spin the block? What happens when you see your ex and you get butterflies? All right, you guys, some things to talk about. especially when it's summertime. We got a lot to talk about. So I can't wait to talk to you guys on Thursday. Tune in Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we have another interesting and exciting episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys on Thursday. Is love in the air for me? Maybe. Maybe I'll tell you about this person I asked on a date. Let y'all know what happened when we go. I got some stuff to tell y'all. Can't give it to y'all at once. Once again, congratulations to Calvin. Thank you guys for tuning in today. See you guys. Godiva, really? That ain't butterflies, it's gas. Girl, see you on Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we're going to have another interesting and exciting episode. And I'll tell y'all what's been going on. What's been going on. See you guys later. Girl, you ain't asked nobody on no date. How you know? You don't know what I did. Nah. Bye. Oh, it won't let me finish the conversation.